to us about a very important opportunity for you to participate in the future. And that's Pierre Louis, who's going to talk to us about advocacy in action.
Thanks, Drew. Good morning, everybody. How many of you have registered in the Legislative Action Center? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. How many of you know what the Legislative Action Center is? How many of you get that email that comes across sometimes that talks about take action? Great. The thing is, you're not alone in that. What we've noticed is, and I didn't pick it up much, so let's go over it as the legislative chair for the state, and that we've got 360,000 members in MOA. And then when we get a take action, we get something like the summer recess, and we're supposed to click on that, and click, that's supposed to be our contact between us and our legislatures. We have less than 12%, even 1% of the membership across the board. So we've decided, and I've decided, state legislature chair, is to go out to make sure that maybe it isn't just the fact that they're putting it out there, maybe a large part of our membership has been educated on what needs to be done to get that out there. So I'm on sort of a mission to close that gap and to show you it's as easy as I say, 1, 2, 3, to put the information that's out there. Recently, okay, General Vogel sent a message out, as you probably saw in your email. He talked about the big thing I wanted to kick on. It says we have 17,000 messages and 3,600 participants, particularly they took part in the effort. That's 3,600 now. Remember, we got 360,000 members, and we only got 3,600 participated in that. Now, what it is you click on it. I'll show you later on, and put that information out there, and that sends the numbers out there. Because of the fact that we want to make sure those earned benefits are heard by our congressmen, our representatives, and our senators up there, we're not really on the phone that much anymore. It's all done by way of the computer somewhere. You've got to click on it, you've got to take action, you've got to get that link and get that information so we can get it to our legislators. So today we're going to talk about how do we actually do it. And it's 3 simple steps that you can do. The next thing I wanted to bring up, to the next page. Right here, we're doing good. Let me slide over here. See in Halifax, FL 39, that's us. We've got, at the time of this came out, we had 130 members, but Drew said we actually have 106 now, right? So 106. Of that, the Legislative Action Campaign, which is our summer recess, so you get 3 letters, because one, when you click it, one goes to your senators, we have 2 senators, and one goes to your representative, so times 3. So we multiply that would have been 390 actuals. What we actually took with our membership was actually only 47. So that's members that probably clicked on it and said, yeah, I want to support the Richard Starr, yeah, I want to support the, whatever the campaign was at that particular time. And it came over, we see our percentages of only 12%. So the question is, how do we move that needle? How do we get that up? A number of different ways we do that, I feel, is, well, I don't have my cell phone, I'm using it, but go to SMS or standard message. You know, you get a message from the VA that says, listen, you got an appointment, press yes to confirm, plus no to not. I think, and I've mentioned this to National MOA, if they could implement a system like that, you get it across your phone, it says, yes, would you like to support the Richard Starr? Would you like to support this? You press a yes, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. What's happening is we're having to go, I get the message, I got to go back to my computer, I got to load it up, all of that with so much information overload. By the time a person does that, the actual person is going, are you serious? So we lose a lot of that. I feel we should go to standard messaging system, and that will close a little bit of that gap. But you can see this right here is not all of the chapters throughout the entire state, but this is in our particular area. So for our area, you can see our 12% is doing much better. It'll probably be higher now that we know that we've got, what do you say, 106 members? 106 members at state. The bottom line, when you get past it all, those of us that are sitting in my seat, it's enough to send articles about, yeah, it's an analysis of this, it's an analysis of this, but still to the point is you still got to get that particular member to say that, yeah, I want to click on it and show I want to support that, so that lawmaker that's sitting up there can have that information. Whether, well, I should put it this way, we are in a digitally centered wave of advocacy right now. The carrier pigeon day is gone. You've got to have that data on the computer in order for the legislators to get that. How do we do that? Step one. You get something across that says, hey, follow the particular link or to take action. You click on that link in your email and it directs you to a page on MOA that looks something like this. When you go to that page, it clicks on that, at those fields is what's called populate. In other words, putting the information that's in there. Put your last name, your first name. I don't want to read to adults because I'm sure you can see that. Your last name, your first name. You can opt in to put your phone number in there if you would like to do that, but that's your choice. And then you can put in your chapter, your area that you're in, your name. After you click that, that's the first step. Second step. Okay. Second step, it does a form letter. It'll create a letter based upon the fact that you put the information in it. Because you're already registered to MOA, it's going to know that it populates. If you're in Orlando, it's going to put the senator and representatives for that area based upon the zip code that you're in. If you're in this area, it's going to put your representative based upon your information that's there. So it does what's called populate that field. That's the second step. Remember I said the first step, click on that to your information. The second step, it populates that. Here's the third step. There's the third step. And then your third step, it sends your congratulatory note and says, listen, I've got your information, and then it went to your representative. That's it. It's a 1, 2, 3 process. But the challenge is, we're still going to the point where there's a lot of members throughout the state and throughout the entire country that are not logging on. What they do is called a take action. So it's that simple. I brought my laptop in case somebody else wants another do-over, show you this stuff later on, but it's really that simple. And if we get more of our membership that's out there, instead we're having, like I said, 17,000 or 3,600 members with only 170,000, when in actuality, when you've got 3 letters that are sent out with 360,000 members, you should have 1,080,000. And we're bragging, well, I won't say bragging, but it's probably a bad choice of words, but we're saying to people, listen, we've got 17,000 letters, but we have the possibility of having 1,080. How do we close that gap? That's the key. How do we close that gap to let them know that, listen, we were leaders, now we want to take the lead on this, because it's about the earned benefits, and if they don't hear that information coming from us, they're going to say, oh, okay, I've only got 2 letters or 3 letters. But imagine if they're receiving 1 million letters, or close to that. And those are my conversation questions for you. When you get something, please take action. Get that link, click on that link, go to the website, it'll automatically register you, and please take action. Thank you.
Thank you, Pierre. I don't know if you remember that slide, but the good thing is we're number 1. Yeah. That's well said.